Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Melina's funny and very beautiful, but the one thing she's not funny about, and the one thing that's too serious, guys. Sorry, my throat is hurting again. Sorry, guys. Normally I sound very beautiful, or at least sound different than this. Alright, I've got laryngitis. My throat doesn't hurt that bad, but I got laryngitis, so I can't speak that well. But I am going to perform tonight, and I know I look so beautiful and elegant, and yet my voice is like so hoarse. But anyway, I'm going to talk about, and the rest of the video is going to be silent modeling tonight because I want to rest my voice. But I'm going to talk about a social media family that had a complete disaster situation. I know it happened very recently. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember what her name was. I think it was Melanie was the daughter, and Bella something. I don't remember what their names were, but the mother had the mother had been oh, so the daughter was cyberbullied. So first of all, the daughter was raped, and then RAPED, the daughter was raped, and so she was getting a social media. She was getting a lot of social media. She lived in a small town, so she was getting a lot of social media slack about that, even though she was the one that was attacked. Nobody believed her, and she was being accused of lying about it. And the family that had accused her of lying about it was obviously of the man's, or the, I guess he's young, but the guy's parents were accusing her of lying, and everybody in the town was upset with her, and they said that it was consensual, and she had made all this up, and so she was getting all this hate mail and all this stuff on YouTube and everywhere. She was on all of her social media platforms, and she was getting treated like terribly, and then so she committed suicide, and then the son had died as well, and then the mother committed suicide because she could not live without her daughter, and the house was set on fire because I guess people in the town set it on fire because they were so upset with her, and then and then and all that happened. And I guess there might be, I think there's two kids remaining in the family. There's two kids left over after all the people died, and I think the husband died as well. So the son and husband died, I think, for other causes, and so with all that happening, um, you know, I just want to say that social media is a great thing. I love it. I really enjoy social media. I think it's fun. I really enjoy it. Obviously, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. And I do it in huge amounts. And I love it. But I find that even people that are big stars, these people are huge, they're famous, they're vulnerable to attacks too. And I mean, for me, I'm never going to be. I'm just always really positive, upbeat, and I recognize that the people that are attacking are coming from nowhere, right? They don't have channels, they probably don't have jobs, they just sit at home and criticize. Anybody can do that, right? If you're putting yourself out there on a social media platform of any kind, you're basically working hard, and these people are cutting you down, and they do nothing, right? That's all they do is cut people down, try to make them feel small. So, with that being said, even the biggest stars, like some stars commit suicide, and you're like, why would you? Like, you're a star, you have all this accolades and everything. Who cares if someone says something negative online? Like, you can't even see them, you can't even see them. So, why would it bother you? So, my message is strong and clear. I want people that are YouTubers and that are Instagrammers and all that to feel good, enjoy it, right? Don't let haters win, right? I mean, and like you can't even see who it is, right? Like who knows who it is on the other end? Maybe it's somebody with a bunch of um, with a bunch of profiles. How do you know, right? Like we don't know who's hating on people, right? So instead of being like I'm gonna commit suicide, just be like recognize that person is not on. That person doesn't have a YouTube channel. That person doesn't have Instagram. That person probably barely has an account. They probably barely afford the internet. And even if they can, who cares, right? Like maybe they're a prestigious person and they're amazing and super talented, but then why on earth would they bother, right? So when you get people like this, I find it so annoying, like I don't mind it doesn't bother me, but I find it's like if you're like that girl was so adorable, she was so cute. And her mom was so pretty, and it was like, why would you over a hater online? I know obviously, like, if you are raped and RIPED, which is a very serious topic I shouldn't talk too much about on YouTube, but if you are dealing with that, um, you know, Madonna's been, Lady Gaga's been, Tori Amos has been, so these people go through these things and it's uncanny, but they're powerful now, so they don't have to. I mean, it can still happen, but they don't have to worry as much. They have all the power in their control. They're doing well. They can totally be. One second, guys. They can totally command their way around. They can do whatever they want now. They're totally free. They don't have to worry about all that. But when you are someone that is just starting out and you're not sure what's going on and you don't know what lies ahead and I mean, yes, I get hater messages too, right? We all do, right? Tom Brady gets hater messages, right? Like Tom Brady, like, is very good. I'm very good looking too. I look better than Tom Brady sometimes, but has Marco, but Tom Brady's very good looking, and Tom Brady is a football star. Obviously the people that make fun of him are not athletes. You know what I mean? Like they're not famous people. They're not. No one's gonna be famous and make fun of Tom Brady. I just can't see it. I really can't see it. So, instead of being like, I'm getting all these hate messages. Well, when you have it all, people don't mind sending hate messages, right? And they perceive you as having it all if you have a great channel. You have all these things. If you have looks, even you don't even have to be famous. You can have looks, or you can have money. One thing, and people will be haters on it, right? That's just how people are, and that's just don't commit suicide over it, right, guys? I'm totally for people being living life to the fullest, and even haters get a second chance. Some haters regret it. Some haters feel bad. Some haters might become successful one day, right? Like Perez Hilton used to work for TMZ or wherever he worked, and now he has his own channel. He's not focused on hating on celebrities now. Some people grow and some people learn, right? So before you decide, hey, I can't handle this, this is too much, remember that you're in a position of power, right? And people with power, people don't like that, right? So it's not like they are doing it on purpose. Some of these people have like probably all they can afford is the internet and they have no nothing to offer anyone. Or maybe they're mentally ill. I mean, who knows? We don't know, but we know all we know is that one second, guys. All we know is that a lot of haters don't have YouTube channels. They don't have Instagram. They don't want to be found. And maybe that they don't feel good looking or they don't feel whatever. It's something that we all have to really learn to get over. I mean, for me, it's just common sense to not let haters bother you on the internet because really you can't see them and you don't know who they are. So why would you? But some people really get affected by it. Like that poor girl, she was attacked, and then everyone in her town was so mad at her for accusing this young man of RAPE. Um, so, how fair is that? Like she was already attacked. I mean, she felt terrible. And here she is a young, budding YouTube star or whatever social media star, Instagram. I don't know what she was on. But at some point you have to say enough is enough, right? So if you and haters will never stop, right? Haters always do that kind of thing. They're not gonna stop, for anybody, right? they're obviously upset. You know, some people hate Hollywood, and Hollywood is so beautiful and amazing, right? So, you know, Hollywood's not going to commit suicide, right? So, you know, I mean, just look at it that way, right? So please, if you are someone out there and you're super talented and you're super good looking, or even if you're not and you offer a lot on YouTube because you're just all of a sudden everyone subscribes, doesn't matter what you look like or who you are, you might be rich because of YouTube or social media. Please do not take social media seriously. Like, it doesn't matter what people say online because they're not your friends. They don't see you. They don't know you, you know. And if they criticize your look or they criticize something about you, they don't know you. Maybe, you know, if they criticize something about you, maybe they criticize your look or whatever, or something you've done. It's not the end of the world. Even if everybody hated you, there's gonna be somebody that likes you, right? So please, guys, just don't listen to that, right? You are strong. You don't have to pay attention to that. And so many celebrities commit suicide, and you're like, it's not a big deal. There have been haters for a long time. People just love to hate, right? Because they're very jealous. They don't have anything, most of these people. So why would you let that bother you, right? Anyway, click that subscribe. Bye now.